Hey everybody, Chris Bassett here, and in this video, I'll be showing you an amazing Arc Hunter build that is crazy good. I'm in this Master Lost sector right now, and I am shredding, buddy. This build provides crazy damage, insane survivability. This video is going to be focused on free-to-play solo players. So if that's you, then listen up. Watch this. Buddy! We're shredding champions. We've got all the weapons. This boss is toast. Unlimited grenades. It's got it all, baby! Insane damage reduction. And I'm barely started playing the game. So we'll go over all the weapons, everything here in a second. I'll go over the build, some tips to get you going if you're just new starting out. Everyone's gonna die! Alright, let's see about that sweet, sweet loot, buddy. Here we go! Hey, no exotic this time, but that's pretty good. Alrighty, so here I am over in the tower. Let's start off with the centerpiece to the build. Take a look at it. We are using the Shinobu's Vow. So this exotic is going to be the mainstay. You gain additional skip grenade charge. Skip grenade grants bolt charge, and when gaining bolt charge, grants skip grenade energy. When bolt charge is ready, you heal nearby allies and enhance your next skip grenade. So this is amazing. So we're gonna plow through enemies by just chucking grenades at them. As you saw, you can just continuously just throw grenades at the enemy, and each time you're doing that, you're gaining damage reduction, you're gaining healing, and crazy damage when all the stacks line up. So, if you're looking to get this, right, you're a free-to-play player, you're new, you know, you have your ghost, and you want to set the armor for grenade energy, right? Where since this is a grenade build, stack into your grenade stat as much as possible. So set this grenader armor, that way your armor pieces will have a better chance to drop with grenade energy. So once you get at least one exotic engram, come over to Master Rahul. I've got a couple here. Hit dismiss, and over in the upper right hand corner you can do focused decoding. So these are all the pieces that you can get as a free-to-play player. It's this top, I don't know, is it like 16? These all the way over to, where is it? It'll say no. Oh, maybe it's the other, it's this page, sorry. Okay, so that, there, and there. So everything behind this, you can get as a free-to-play player. And then you'll need DLCs, or on my other free-to-play account, sometimes they do like free releases. If you play during the week that particular DLC is free, anything you acquire, you earn. So my other free-to-play player account, I have some of this armor that's like down here. I played during a weekend that was free, and then I unlocked the Stasis subclass. But right here, this is what you're looking for. So you will need an exotic engram and an exotic cipher. Once you have those, you can get exotic ciphers through doing quests or with Zur. So you go talk to Zur. He'll give you a cipher. But then you can buy any of these free-to-play armors. So just go ahead and acquire it. And you can see you have the armor. And it usually rolls with some of the stats that your ghost was set to. So I got grenade, weapons, and melee. Pretty good. This one's a little better, has higher grenade, but that's what you're rolling with. As for some of the weapons, you know, I'll recommend my other video has the multi-mock free to play. So if you check out that other video, I'll link at the end of the video. This weapon, this submachine gun, is amazing, right? So you can get it from the gunsmith. And he gives a curated roll that comes with attrition orbs, So when you deal sustained damage, you get Orbs of Power, which synergizes with the build, and then Kinetic Tremors. So this will cause the champions or whatever you're shooting to explode and do AoE damage. So this is the curated role. Like I said, that other video shows exactly how a new player can grab this machine gun. Don't delete it. It's freaking awesome. If you don't have it and you don't have access to it, there is another way to get it. Scroll over to your inventory, and here you can attune different weapons. And then over on Iron Banner Attunement, hit Details, and there you can choose the multi-mock to be have a higher drop rate during Iron Banner. So Iron Banner only shows up 1 week a month, so you'll need to kind of schedule and play around that to get this drop. And then obviously you'll need to do multiple drops in order to get that god roll of orbs and connect tremors. But you can possibly get it if you deleted it or you don't have it from the gunsmith. Let's see, what else? So next, for the exotic... my exotic secondary, my special weapon, I'm using the Cold Heart. Free-to-play players can get this. What's really good about this is, it's arc damage, obviously, but when you are shooting enemies in the like buffed state, it'll generate ionic traces. Those traces are going to give us ability energy back at a very rapid rate, and it's barrier. So we have the submachine gun for overload, as you can see by the circle. The Cold Heart trace rifle for the triangle or barrier champions, and then you will want a square, which is the unstoppable. So I picked up this this machine gun from the Cosmodrome. If you are curious, you can go over to light.gg, right? Light.gg, and it'll show you like different gear that you can go through and look at. Over on the Cosmodrome, which is a area on the Destiny like main page, we'll go and we'll farm Cosmodrome gear. So I had the 7th Seraph drop from a chest. So opened a chest. It was one of the drops. On the other account, I think it dropped as a world drop. It was a purple legendary that just dropped out. You can also farm Lost Sectors to grab the 7th Seraph Saw. I don't have the God roll, but I'm thinking you're probably going to want to go with Reconstruction. So it'll you store the machine gun. It'll reload itself to double capacity. And then jolting feedback. So when you shoot an enemy, it'll apply jolt, and then that will, debuff the enemy and buff you. So let's see what else. Yeah, if you're curious, just on the main area, just go to Destinations, and Cosmodrome is just right here on the map. So just go to this world. Land on the world, and like I said, you could do this Lost Sector right here. This looks like that's for the day, and you get legendary weapons. Okay. Next, we're going to talk about the subclass itself. So let's head down to Ikora Ray, and we will look at the fragments and everything involved with the subclass. Okay, so here's Ikora Ray. This is where you can buy your subclass items. I got a quest, apparently. So over here is the arc. So just go ahead and look at the different abilities, supers, melees, everything you can buy. So you just hit details. You'll have to spend Glimmer to purchase it. I want to say you'll probably need around 20,000 Glimmer to buy this setup, which is all the fragments and everything that you'll need. Then you'll come over here once you purchase it, and you'll hold X to meditate, and then you'll learn the ability. I learned Snare Bomb, apparently. So make sure you meditate afterwards to learn the abilities. Okay, so we are using the Arc Strider subclass. I am using Gathering Storm. That's nice. You just throw the staff at the ground, and everything around it gets damaged. Pretty nice. I'm using Gambler's Dodge. That way you can dodge near enemies to increase your energy gain. Triple Jump is just easier to platform So like triple jump. I'm running combination blow. I mean, alt really disorienting blow might be a little bit better because it gives you bolt charge. I find that I very rarely ever have to punch stuff to get bolt charge back. But the most important thing is going to be skip grenade. So make sure you buy the skip grenade. I think it's 3,000 glimmer. You get that grenade to stack with the exotic armor, obviously. Aspects. We're running flow state, so defeating a jolted target makes you amplified. We'll be jolting everything with the grenades, and then when you're amplified, your dodge recharges quickly, and you reload faster, and you're more resilient. Okay, and then the other one is Tempest Strike. So, you know, when you slide, your charge melee will jolt targets in front of you. I rarely ever use this. I'm using it mostly for the second perk, which says defeating jolted targets grants a stack of bolt charge. So everything's going to get jolted, which means we'll be getting bolt charge. And then for your fragments, this is going to be super important. You're going to want Spark of Shock. So arc grenades jolt targets, right? Since we're chucking basically infinite grenades, it's going to jolt everything. Pretty simple that you'll be applying that debuff to everyone. The next one is Spark of Frequency, because when you're amplified, the effects you are increased from stacks of bolt charges. So because we're getting bolt charges, every effect that we get from the bolt charge is now amplified. This is pretty important for the arc weapons, because arc weapon final blows generate ionic traces, and ionic traces give you ability energy and bolt charge. So it's just going to be looping. Everything's going to be looping back together. And then the final one is defeating jolted targets, grant bolt charge, and create traces. So you'll see all these traces run along the floor. They give you energy to your least filled ability, which should probably be grenades, and it'll also give you, you know, all these extra buffs. So it's all feeding into itself.
Be our eyes.
Okay, so now that we've got the subclass worked out, you are going to want to run the Lumiopotent armor set, so the 4-piece. This can be earned from Zavala. He has that in stock, but what we're looking for with the 4-piece is final blows against jolt or jolted combatants create ionic traces. So we're just going to have a ton of traces feeding back into us, healing us, giving energy back, and you'll just see like a crazy amount of ability regeneration. So let's run over to Zavala really fast and show you that he's selling the armor. Okay, here's Zavala. The armor is just for purchase. You know, you do your daily and your weekly quests, and you will get the ability to purchase this armor. It also drops from, so all of mine, I haven't purchased any yet, but all of mine also come from just doing the Vanguard playlist. So over on the destination page, you can just come down to Vanguard Ops, choose that, and here you can see the Fire Team's Ops. You can do any of these, and it has the chance to drop that armor. The Defiant Battlegrounds is probably a tougher version, so be prepared for that. But you can toggle left and right here to do Pinnacle, Arena. You can see all the stuff that it has the chance to drop, plus extra engrams. Always go for those. But over here, so the other side would be over by the seasonal hub. So click this, and this will show you your daily objectives, your weekly objectives, and as you complete these objectives, you'll get EXP towards your rank. You'll get, you know, possible payouts, which include glimmer gear, and you also work through this weekly progression here. And here's the arsenal credits. So once you earn, you know, so much XP and get through this, you'll be able to claim the arsenal credit, and once you have that, then you can exchange it for that gear that Zavala is selling. So pretty nice. There you go. So yeah, I've got one of two so far, apparently. Okay. So next, let's see. Let's talk about the armor. Once you have the 4-piece set, like I don't even have it. Like these were just dropped. Look at this. This is just like a regular normal tier. So you can build it out without having the best gear. But obviously, you're going to want to set your ghost to have the grenader armor mod. That way you have a better chance at dropping grenade with a higher stat. So that's grenade, 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 grenade. So we're trying to stack that. Want to get that as high as possible. That way I'm doing an extra almost 50% damage to PvE enemies with this high grenade stat. And then weapons is nice. Having a higher weapon stat allows your guns to do more damage, and you get special and heavy bricks faster. So let's see. So for the... I'm going to get away from that dialogue. So as you can see, right, we're running... This will be the mods that I'm running. So I'm stacking in grenade mods. I want extra melee, no health. It is beneficial. Like health isn't that important on PvE. It's more important on PvE. But I'm running the special ammo finder. That way I get more special ammo for the trace rifle. We're doing ashes to assets. So gain bonus super energy on grenade kills. And then harmonic siphon. Rapid arc weapon blows create an orb of power. On the armors... we're using grenade mod, grenade, harmonic loader, so my arc weapons reload faster, and then double kickstart. So as we're collecting all those ionic traces and all the orbs of power, you gain armor charge. By having 2 of these, when I throw the grenade, it'll immediately like boost it back up. That's why you see the grenade like refilling constantly. So we're running that. Chest piece, right? Just grenade, and then all the resistances, pretty common. For the feet, this is important, right? Grenade, and then we're doing innervation for reduced grenade cooldown when you pick up an orb of power. And then elemental charge. So this is going to be what keeps our armor charge full, basically, is collecting an elemental pickup, which is all those ionic traces running on the ground, give you an armor charge. So basically, as we throw the grenade, we kill stuff. Ionic charges give us the armor charge, so that when we throw, it basically restarts the cycle over. And then I have arc weapon surge on for increased arc weapon damage while I got armor charge. And then the very last on my cloak, run a grenade, and then double bomber. So if you do notice, like, hey, I missed a grenade throw, you may not get it back immediately, so you'll want to dodge near enemies to give you a nice chunk of grenade energy. And then obviously, right after that dodge, you can kill an enemy for an orb of power. Okay, what else? Okay, so now let's go and check out your artifact. So I like running the Tablet of Ruin, because I am running a trace rifle. You could probably interchange, like if you had Thunderlord as a machine gun. You know, I don't have that yet on this account, but you could mix and match different weapons. Thunderlord would be great, because it also stacks with the different machine gun perks on this tablet. But for this setup, you're going to want to run Dielectric, which is perfect. Defeating arc debuff targets grant bolt charge, so there's more bolt charge that we're getting. And rapidly defeating arc debuff targets spawns a orb of power and heals a small portion of health. So this is how we're getting health back pretty quick, is you're just chucking grenades, things are dying, you're getting health. I'm running Elemental Siphon, so rapid blows with a arc weapon creates an elemental pickup. So those arc traces, or those little blobs of light. You saw the blobs of light on the ground? When you pick that up, you get more super energy. So that's how, you know, even though I have a low super stat, which was like 20, I'm still getting my super back pretty quick. Flashover. When you gain maximum bolt charge, you become amplified, and lightning bolts deal more damage. So at maximum stacks of the bolt charge, your grenades actually like shoot lightning down, and they do more damage. I'm running gold from lead, so just, you know, your special ammo has a chance to grant heavy ammo, just helping out my ammo conservation. And then running Harsh Refraction, So trace rifles do more damage to targets afflicted by elemental debuffs. You'll be debuffing everything with the grenades, and then so just hold the cold heart on the target, and it melts them. And then the last two, running defibrillating blast. So stunning a champion gains maximum stacks of bolt charge, which you'll be stunning overloads really easily with this. It also jolts them and heal you. So, you know, when you see a captain or an overload, you just chuck the grenades at them and they die. And then the last one is limit break. So I do like this for casting a super while you're critically wounded, or elemental buff increases that super element. So you don't need to be critically wounded, you just need to be amplified, and then you do crazy damage. Alrighty, boys, so that's going to be the build. Let me know what you think. Put down the comments, you know, what you if you had fun with it, if there's some tweaks you could make. But I'm having fun with it. It's a great build. Works out well for beginner, free-to-play, solo guys. Alright, I'll catch you in the next one, and I'm out of here. See ya!